Hey guys, what is going on? So today I have some gameplay from Black Ops 2 again. Now first thing is first, I just want to talk about a few things for myself, just to help you guys out. Now today I want to talk about how to get better at things that you want to be better at. Now first things first, I want to talk about you've got to make the commitment to this decision. So once you make the decision, you've got to commit to the excellence of getting better at this certain skill. Now, first step of just a couple of steps. I'm just going to be doing a weekly thing to help you guys out. Now, the first things first is you got to find out what you want to be better at. So if you want to be better at Call of Duty, well then that's the decision you got to make. You got to make it's got to be something that makes you happy though, not something that makes someone else happy. So if your parents want you to be better at maths or English and you don't like maths or English, just this isn't a way to go, because you've got to be you got to have that passion for it. You got to have that wanting to do it. Now, after you've done that step, you got to find out what you're bad at within these certain skill sets. So let's say you're bad at aiming in Call of Duty and you want to be better at it, or you're bad at rushing, or you're bad at other things that you think that you should be better at, or will improve your game, things like that. Like, let's say my aim right here is completely off and I want to get better at it, then that's the thing that I want to be committing to every single time I practice it. Now, for instance, if you wanted to be better at drawing, and yeah, you're making that commitment, you want to be better at it. Well, that's the first step, and then you find out what you're bad at within the drawing. Let's say you're bad at circles, like round objects. When you draw them, you're bad at shading, things like that. Now, that's the second step. So you've realized that you're not good at shading, and you're not good at doing with the round parts of objects. They look a bit they don't look symmetrical, things like that. Yeah. So you've got the second part down packed. You've realized what you're bad at, and you've got what you've got to improve on. Now, step 3 is to figure out the way you can practice these skills. Now, drawing's a bit easier because you can get better at drawing by just simply drawing all the time. It doesn't matter what you draw, you're always practicing these skills. Now, it does help a lot, but other things you can do is repeatedly drawing certain objects like pears or apples or things. Right, so that's drawing. But let's go back to Call of Duty. If you wanted to be better at Call of Duty, then it's easier in Black Ops 2. If you want to improve your aiming, or drop shotting or rushing, you simply just go onto combat training. Now, if you wanted to improve your reflexes on the drop shotting, or you improve your reflexes in rushing, then what you do is you put them on hardened or veteran, and you just run at them, and you drop as soon as you see them and start shooting them straight away. It helps your reflexes. If you die first, then you know that your reflexes were bad, right? So it's easier in this. If you wanted to improve your aiming on other games, simply things you can do is you can make your own private match, alright, and you close it off so no one else joins it. And simply what you do is you pick an area. You just stand there, you stand flat, you don't do anything, you don't touch the remote. You can hold it in your hands, but you don't touch the sticks, right? Now you pick an area that you want to fire at. Let's say there's a patch of grass on the ground, and you're like, okay, you're not aimed at yet, but that's the target you want to hit. Now the next part of this is you simply just you put your fingers on the remote and then just straight away go onto it and start firing. And you record. You can record of how long it takes you to get to that. If you really want to, you can have a friend there with a stopwatch or something like that, if you want to take it that seriously. But what you want to do is pick different areas, and then you will eventually realize that you're picking up speed in acting and aiming at those objects. So you will improve over those times. Now. Yeah, I mean, there's other things that you can do, but the main big thing is committing to the practicing of these skills. You won't get better at it if you do it once, and if you do it once and you just sit around, you're like, oh yeah, that was some good practice. You did it for 3 hours. 3 hours is not going it just straight away isn't going to improve it. And one final thing is, don't the first match that you have, don't say that that's the only match, the good match that you've had. You've got to be perfect straight on the ball. Don't always put that pressure on yourself, like the first one has to be the best, straight away the best. You go into combat training before you go online, practice a couple of times, so you get a bit of a warm up, a feel for the controls and everything before you go online, because it is a bit of a shock sometimes when your aim just is completely off and you just start sucking. I mean, I do it all the time. Now, there's heaps of other tips I can throw you away, but just pick those things that you're bad at and try and improve on them. Figure out some ways you can improve on them, and practice it 10 times and then go online and practice it. The good way to get better at it is what you do is you play 10 matches of practice on combat training, and then what you do is you go online for one match, see how you go, record how you went, and then just go back. Anyway guys, that's it for my episode. I'll see you guys next week with another motivational thing. I'll catch you later. Take care.